Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 69, day 2. Of course, on to the next color day, which should be yellow. Yellow, actually one of the slightly easier days, just because we have Divines, we have Gorgolfa for tanking, and a decent amount of synergy within its own color. So, should be a pretty easy day, similar to yesterday, or at least I hope so. As far as our defend team is currently 2-6, so theoretically better than yesterday, though of course not a huge amount of data. That also means that my guild in general won a lot more often, given that we have a lot less battles there. That, or they just didn't do as many battles. Let's see, how many have they done so far? No, they've done almost all their battles, so that means they were losing a little bit more this time around, so that's good. We actually are in first place right now, so that's kind of cool. That means, of course, as of the most recent patch of version 4.7, we do get additional 50 gems whenever your guild makes first place, and that's every single player within your guild. So about, what is that, 1,500 extra gems across your entire guild, 30 per person, or sorry, 50 per person. And yeah, any bracket at all that you end up getting first place in will net you additional 50, so that's gonna be pretty cool if we do end up getting it. And yeah, let's go do our normal guild wars. I'm gonna need to change my thing though. Our medals that we have set. I have my medals set for our defend team at the moment, rather than our offensive team. So let me go change our offensive team and then see what we need. Let's see, do we need a revamp at all? We could technically go bring out, oh, what's her name? The most recent mythic that came out. Why do I keep forgetting her name? Vespera. We could bring out a Vespera, however, this team's already pretty solid. It's basically a Rope Dart team, or it's basically a Divinish Ball Aquilin team, but revamped for Yellow Guild War Day. And obviously that combination is pretty good. Unfortunately, he's using the same thing, apparently, except with Rope Dart rather than using the Doomed Axe. I guess we give it a shot. It's pretty much a mirror battle. He's using Bard and everything, though. However, we'll get a quicker start with Priest, so hopefully we could use that to our advantage. The other thing that we'll hopefully use to our advantage is 20% mana. Oh, actually, never mind. We don't really need 20% mana start, do we? I might even just leave it at 24 HP now that I think about it. Let's see. What's the extra stats are he running with? Let's see. He's running with 1 attack and 8 HP. Interesting combination. We're currently running all in on HP. Wait, what's his other medal then? He has to have another medal because one's 8 HP, another's 1 attack. What's his third medal? I guess it's 10% cleanse? Yeah, it's 10% cleanse. We're not really running any stats effects though, so that's not really going to matter. I think this has like a random burn on it or something. Yeah, that's not really going to matter. Half his team has immune to burn anyways. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello Jellybean. Hello Dekrill. Hello Mobarachi. Hello Gustavo. Hello Birdleaf. Hello Adrian. And hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be making first. So we did drop down to bracket 6, which is actually the lowest our guild has ever been bracket-wise. So it would make sense that we move back up. Because this is actually the lowest upon lowest we've ever been. That's mostly because we've been missing a few members each week. But now that 27 out of 30 is a thing, that's not even going to matter. And this week we had a full guild anyways. But anyways, double check it one last time. That is yellow. I always get paranoid that it might not be. But let's just get into it then. We'll just run it with 24 HP just for safety's sake. Alternatively, we could roll it with extra attack, which is what we'll probably switch into once he doesn't have Gorgolfa or Rope Dart or anything like that. But unfortunately, his entire guild might be running that same team. I'll take that for now. Gonna want to take every yellow we can. Oh, he already got a good Rope Dart at the start. That is not what we want to see. I might even just let him poke us. The only problem is that Entangle as well. But we need the yellow mana way more than anything else, so we'll let him do his thing. He does have Gorgolfa, that is very problematic, and I do not believe we have alignment either, that is also problematic. Hopefully he does not extra turn here, and hopefully we get unentangled. No, he does get the kill. Rope Dart's gonna be that annoying today, apparently. Unfortunate. See, did we actually turn that? No, we did not. Okay, now we have Entangled Gorgolfa. This could actually be really bad. Let's see. Do we have alignment? We have Purple Convert. Yes, we do. Let's go for that. Some of that hits through, some of that Doom Skull will hit through. Even with the 75% reduction in everything. Still ends up doing a decent amount of damage nonetheless. So we'll get some alignment there. And he's almost dead. What else do we need here? We don't have any other alignment, do we? Doesn't look like it, so we'll stick to Skull for now. Could throw an AoE. Could just kill him off Explosion, which I believe is the way we go at this point. So we'll go for that. It looks like, unfortunately, we had a death here, but shouldn't be too big a deal. We'll be able to recover after this battle. If we're going to lose anything, it's best that we lose on the first battle rather than one of the other battles where they actually matter a bit more. Unfortunately, nothing really good here. No extra turns, nothing like that. I guess we could still go for this, but it's not an extra turn, so I might as well just go for a little poke mana. Still pretty much nothing out of this. We can get a little poke there. And that is about it. And the other one has Submerge anyways. So I think we just board clear into hopefully getting a good board that we can actually utilize. So does the AoE kill him? Yeah, so that should be enough to kill between the Doom Skulls there. It is not. Yes, it is. Never mind. One more cascaded in. Yeah, you can run Rope Dart with the team I'm using right now. I normally run it with Doom Dax because it's quicker. But you can definitely get away with doing it with Rope Dart. Alright, let me switch over to attack now. I only wanted HP because I had a feeling that might happen. Oh, why am I going to that? But I mainly wanted to make sure we had enough HP to end up surviving that. Unfortunately, we still ended up dying once. But I was trying to avoid that by going with HP. Because occasionally that will happen when you get Rope Darted. But doing Doom Dax actually is quicker than Rope Dart. It's slightly less safe, but it is quicker. And generally scores higher. Assuming you don't lose a battle. Actually, the Doomed weapons in general score really well. All 6 of the pure color Doom weapons. I will take the yellow for now. And then we can just Doom Dax him, possibly. Not really. We'll take that for now. Now we could probably do something. So double check every option we have. Should have 8 options, so we'll go for that. We could then go and... I guess we go for that. Why not? We'll do the triple. We'll do this, then we do this, and then we do the other. Problem, though, we don't have alignment. Yes, we do. Never mind. That one green saved us. There's like 2 greens on the board, and one of them was exactly where I needed to be. Good. Then we just go for this, and I should be almost dead. Oh, the agile. Why do you gotta get in the way? Do we have alignment on that? Looks like we should, but we don't. We have like a little poke there. And then that comes out to an extra turn, though, oddly enough. That is very unfortunate. I guess we just board clear and hope we get lucky. Did we get lucky? Kind of. We'll go with it. Good enough. And then we just AoE into poke. And it's dead, even if it was an extra turn. Way more than enough damage. Hello, Steve! Hello, Matt! Hello, Adrian! Hello, Gustavo and Birdleaf, if I didn't already say hi. And hello, Isabel, because I think you weren't here when I said hello to you. Hello, Drock Savage. Welcome, welcome. I know, it's weird not to see Bill at the start of her stream. I was watching all the impeachment stuff for like the last 8 hours. I believe they're doing the vote right now, but it's pretty obvious which way it's going to be voted on. Let's see. What do we even take here? We'll grab the brown yellow for now. Get our mountain. And it was Gorgolfa into something, hopefully. What do we have? Nothing good. Oh, actually, yes, we do. We could just go grab that there. And then hopefully get ourselves a convert. Do we have any of them that are useful? Yes, because this will be an extra turn over there. And then we go for the red one. Ideally, do we not have a free turn? Apparently not. I don't believe we have any option for that. We get a lot of mana out of it, so much so it almost seems worth it. I don't see anything that will guarantee extra turn, but we will go for this. Because there would be a high chance that we extra turned, and we did. That was actually with invisible sight. I wasn't going to check every single option, though. But it works out. And we do that, and ideally we have alignment on the other one, which we don't currently have, though. 8 million on level 490 in Mirrored Halls. What did you use for Pure Faction team? What did I use for Pure Faction? I believe I just spammed the 2 summoners. The Legends, and the thing that can summon one of your allies. I just spammed the 2 of them together. And on the final battle, we actually sold it with just those 2 remaining. They are basically the only 2 you need. Is the Legends and the one that copies an ally. And as long as you go through the entire delve, making sure one of them's always alive, your last 2 slots being the one that summons an ally and then the Legend in the back that can summon an enemy. As long as your team has that, surviving the entire time, you pretty much auto-win the entire delve. It's one of the easier delves, actually. just because of how much summon you end up getting. Any Devil summon tends to be pretty easy, or at least towards the easier end, since you can replace any deaths if they happen to randomly occur. And that has the best summons of anything in the entire game, since you can summon your enemies, you can summon pretty much anything you want. Given that any of the battles that you're doing, you can just go summon it. Yeah, it's probably one of the easier pure factions, I would say. Maybe not the absolute easiest, but it's pretty high up there for easy. It's not too much to worry about, hopefully. The only problem is the enemy has the same mechanic. However, you can do it quicker and you can do it on the more proper units. You can also steal stuff from previous battles if you so choose, and bring that into the final battle. Though it's not necessary to win. One glass golem, one copycat, and 2 mirrored queens. Yeah, you can pretty much do anything, as long as you finish with copycat plus mirrored queen. I also ended up going 1 of each, just for the full bonus initially. But whatever way you want to structure it works, as long as you have mirrored queen plus copycat, and make sure you're putting them in locations where they will survive, because that alone can solo the whole delve. Oh, what a grab. And the rest I use a set for team bonus or just to help speed up the battles. Do we have alignment? No. I don't. Actually, yes, we do. Yeah. Get that first. Go for our yellow. Get our last little bit of score. Gotta explode as much as we can to keep up those points and make sure he doesn't get any extra turns. So even with a really sloppy first battle, it looks like we're on track for, I want to say 9,500. Is that kill? Yep, that's dead. And that's match. Is that 9,500? Did we get another 9,600? Probably not. Our first cycle was way too bad, the first battle. Let's see, what do we get? Yeah, that's what I thought. If that first battle was good, that probably would have been a 9,600. But I'll take it. 9,562. That went pretty quick, too. That went pretty quick and still scored decently. But, wow, we have an average of over 9,500 right now for our 2 days. We have a 19,213, meaning we averaged, what, 9,606 is our average score between the 2 days. That'd actually be funny if we actually average over 9,600. I don't think I've had a single week where I've averaged over 9,500. That or I've gotten really close before, I'm not sure. But it only takes 1 loss to completely ruin that. But at this rate, we're going to keep Paragon again. Hopefully. Though there's some other people that have been doing good too in our guild. I'll also have to see. Only takes 1 loss though. But yeah, we're currently in first place too. Hopefully we'll be able to go and keep that as well. We've had 2 somewhat easier battles though, because they're right over there, the 2 battles that we end up doing. We'll see if we end up having one of the harder ones. Though having one of the harder ones might actually be beneficial, because as far as defend teams are concerned, their points are going to be based off of whatever they have to fight on defense. And if they have to fight our defense, which could potentially be slightly stronger, given that we have higher points, could end up meaning it'll lower their score, in just that ours are stronger than what they might be facing otherwise if they weren't to face us. The only problem with that is the battles we'd be facing against them would probably also be stronger, whatever they happen to have. I'll see how it goes down. Anyways, that's Guild War for now. Next order of business, of course, we got a new pet today. This is probably the most noteworthy thing that actually happened today, other than the fact that we had a Guild War, is the Maugrim Woods pet. It looks like a little mini Cerberus, so we'll go and kill this out real quick. Oh yeah, I guess we'll roll this. This should be fine. Let's quick kill it real quick with the Skull team. I'm not sure how I feel about this team. It has one of the quickest wins in the entire game. However, it's not consistent with its quickest win in the entire game. Well, we'll use it for now. Yeah, it's a really good team. It just doesn't have high consistency. The whole point of it is it's supposed to win potentially super quick, but it doesn't always do so, which is its biggest liability. I only have it set as one of my things. I'm not sure why I haven't set it back to a key team or something else. I guess this is for the variation. Oh, what do I grab here? Let's take a brown for now. Grab a yellow and hopefully get a purple. Didn't get it. Well, we have like nothing on this board. We'll try for Skull Sky. This team needs to get a skull in order to get rolling. And without a skull, it tends to go very, very slow. Oh, I need to silence my thing I need to co-cast to. How wonderful. And he got double Skull for Sky. What's your convert again? I know you're yellow to skull and brown, blue to brown, if I'm not mistaken. So that should be aligned. And he'd be dead. Let's see, it's Doomed Glaive. Or it's not Doomed Glaive, it's Doomed... Yeah, it's Doomed Glaive, so you convert to brown. That's what that thing does. Duh, that's even available this week. Oh, what do we take? I'll grab a blue for now. Hopefully get Doomed Glaive up. We need something to go. No alignment. I think we just still do it though, just for follow-up the following turn. We just know he's going to take all of it. Hey, you can't type and walk. What are you doing, typing and walking? Oh no, I can't do that either. Though I have very little experience doing it since I generally don't have a phone. And what's kind of funny is even though I have a phone now, I barely ever bring it with me whenever I go anywhere. Only if I like really need it do I ever bother bringing it. Okay, oh, what do I grab? Yeah, we'd take that because it's aligned. And then that should be dead. And he's very much dead. Wonder when we'll have Groshnok hero class. It's coming soon. We're getting all the hero classes within the next 4 months. The actual schedule for them is here. 1 second. I don't have it open at the moment, but I can go bring it up real quick. Let's see. Where to go? Classes. Here is the list of all the classes and when they're coming out. We already know the exact date of all of them, unless they end up changing last minute. And the Groshnok hero class is coming out on February 7th. What am I doing here? Let me go post this to you guys. Oops, I have my code there. Let me make sure I go post the code differently. Where to go? I'm trying to get the code out of here. Because we'll be posting the code soon. But there you guys go. There's the link to the hero classes and when they're coming out. The last 4 hero classes. That'll be introduced to the game until they do something. We don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something after that. But those are the last 4. And Groshnok's on the 7th. Oh, finally 10 stars. Nice. Eventually, every single kingdom will be to that point from all the hero classes. Except for a few because they have too few troops. But almost every single one. Actually, once they get the hero class, will go up in stars. No alignment, but I'm still going forward just because we'll have a skull follow-up. And he won't have enough damage to kill. We'll grab that for now. Do we have anything? Kind of. Go for that. And A's dead. Yeah, Cinder Mirage has the least amount of troops. Cinder Mirage and Drak Zoom has the lowest too, because they were the last 2 kingdoms ever added to the game. With Cinder Mirage being the absolute last one, which is why it has so few. There we go. And now we can claim the new pet. How many do we get? How many? Only 1. Oh well. It'll be available again soon. That's not one of the pets that only come, or that only you ever get once and then never again. That is one that will be reoccurring into the future. Though it is still highly advised to go do it now, obviously. While you can. But while we're at it, let's go do dailies real quick, I guess. And then we'll go head over to hand out a code. And then we'll probably mess with some Explore. Because we haven't been getting much token grinding in lately. And we definitely need it. Also, I might even go throw down all my tokens. I said I would do it after the Guardians. I still haven't even upgraded the Guardians. Also because I'm not sure if I even want to upgrade any of them. I wanted to wait until they came out and were fully released before I decided on it. Because we didn't know if they would be buffed or revamped or anything like that. But, yeah, they didn't really change them much. Like, they're still somewhat viable, but, I don't know. I guess I'll still upgrade them. Just because compared to commons, there's not too many commons out there that are really worth it. Not to mention, they gain a better benefit than the previous Guardians. The other Guardians just gain a bunch of armor with a small amount of HP. Whereas these things gain a pure amount of attack and magic. And attack and magic in almost every situation is better than HP and armor. How's your Chaos Shard reserve? Pretty low. We just had a faction, so we just dumped all of it for the last faction. If I had to guess, it's probably around 2,000, 3,000 or so. Well, I normally don't even play them some days. Mostly because just doing the events I find to be enough. Since we do 500 pure faction with them. And how many gems we have to spend is enough to cycle into the next. Just so we don't have to waste time with the elves every day. Ooh, a book report on Jurassic Park. That sounds like a lot of fun. I remember book reports. They are very annoying. Let's see. We'll throw that down. And I've never been much of a reader. Like, I like reading. I just hate reading something that's as long as something like a book. Doesn't help that I somewhat have dyslexia, too. But I do like reading. It just needs to be smaller length than that of a book. What do we grab here? We'll take that down. Like, half the books I had assigned for college, I didn't even read. There were so many ways around not having to ever read them. The ones that actually interested me, I did read. But, good majority of them I did not. Because there were just so many assigned for some classes. Especially when I was taking, like, 7 or 8 classes in one, semester. There's just way too many to have to read all of them on top of everything else. What was I doing? We need to switch to key team. Books with movie adaptations, you shouldn't do that because the book can generally be a lot different than the movie. Oh, what do we want here? Take a gold, go purple, get our greens, and destroy everything. Did I see the cool tours Torrent posted up on Discord? Like Keyline's Mythic tier list maker? I have not. I need to look into it. I have seen the website that he did use for that, though, in the past. I didn't see a Discord integration with it. Oh, let's see. We'll throw a key down. Get out of the destroy. And that's all we need off of those. So, code. We'll go do that. There you guys go. Redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com ready for the game code section. That code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over there is what you put in. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Give the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Oops, I already used it earlier. But, there we go. Oh, you posted one for legendaries? I might need to actually look up the legendary one. because I was intending on making one. So if he already ended up making up one, that would actually save a lot of time. Because I was planning on doing that as one of the things I did before the end of the year to pre-record for when I'm gone. Would be doing one on Legends. And I guess I might redo one on Mythics. Not much has really changed with Mythics though, other than the new ones that we got, Tanya getting buffed. But other than that, the meta has remained mostly the same for them. But I don't know, we might just cover both, because another video that we could post on another day. If nothing else, let's go get durability up if we're going to go be running the faction here. And let's go and get a bunch of explorers down. I should say explorer, not faction. But Scorpius, of course, and destroy all the things. Yeah, there's a lot of legendaries in the game. I forget the exact number. I want to say it's 80 something. Why does 80 sound correct? I know it's really high. But the number is very big, whatever it is. Actually, it might even be over 100 at this point. Let's see, there's one easy way to tell. Let's go to troops, go to base rarity. I guess this isn't an easy way, but this is a way to find out about it. Go to base rarity, click show all if you didn't already have all of them. Go down to legendary, and do it from the first page where we have all of them. And I'll just start counting by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 times 8 is math. 13 times 8 is 104, right? Yes, that should be 104. 104, 105, 106. Oh, sorry, 105. There are 105 legends in the game. Oh, so there is over 100 now. Nice. Okay. Yeah, there's 105 there's 105 legends, if I just counted correctly. Also, another reason why we need to go farm medals. We almost have Yagwe maxed. We need one more Anu, and then we'll have enough to max him. Obviously, technically, we have enough now. However, we will not have a 20% bonus if we did that. So, obviously, we need to wait. But, yeah, we'll be able to go get a Mythic. And then he gets 2 attack, basically 2 everything, except for magic. He gets 2 attack, 2 armor, 2 HP, and 1 magic, which will definitely help him out a lot. That'll be good to go get Queen Titania up by 3 magic. So I think I'm just going to put it into my Yagwe, especially since we have a Bounty Hunter this Friday. It would actually be cool if we can get Yagwe maxed out before Bounty Hunter, especially if we plan on actually using it for this Bounty Hunter. I'm not 100% certain if I will be, but if we do plan on, if we do end up doing it with Yagwe, it'll be cool to have a max for the first time for a Bounty Hunter. As of course he is one of the best Bounty Hunter troops in the game, among many other things that he's good for, but Bounty Hunter being a particularly good one. Since he's a damage source that also has his mana accumulation attached to himself, which is a good combination to have in something like Bounty Hunter, where you can only use one really viable troop. Not to mention he bypasses Submerge if that's ever an annoyance, whereas some things that can similarly do that don't have that mechanic, like Wardbreaker and such. While they can do similar, they do not have counter to Submerge, which is a liability to them. Yeah, I did see the troop card maker. That was really cool. I saw that on the forum earlier. I didn't bother messing with it, though. But I did see that. That was actually really, really cool. Who ended up making that, by the way? I saw it posted, but I never bothered double-checking who it was who made it. But I'll definitely need to check that out more later. Thanks for reminding me. I saw it and then never bothered doing anything with it. Could just completely slipped my mind at this time. Is it better to replace Leprechaun with Obsidious for the poison immune troops? That would slow down the team a lot. However, this faction has, I mean, why do I keep saying faction? This kingdom has no immune to poison troops, so we don't ever have to worry about that. But if you did have to worry about immunity, I'm not sure if you would necessarily go under that route. It'd probably be better to go with Vashtagan for the Curse. Mostly because Curse can bypass everything except the Doom troops. Because some of them will have Impervious, and Stun will do nothing to Impervious. But Curse off of Vashtagan will. And you're going to be getting plenty Browns off of Mountain Crusher. But yeah, if you had to replace out Leprechaun, it's probably for Vashtagon. If you were to go for, if you needed to counter out Poison Immunity. That's likely the way that would need to go. And while it can only do one at a time, it's going to be able to bypass Impervious, which you wouldn't be able to do with Obsidious to stun. And there's currently no 4 times curse on extra turn option yet. Not sure if that will ever exist. However, there is oh no, there's not Bless on 4 times either. There's Dispel and Cleanse on 4 times. Actually, never mind. Wait, does a Cleanse on entire team on 4 times even exist? I know there's a Cleanse on yellow entire team. There actually isn't one for Cleanse. Oddly, that's kind of odd, given that there's one for Dispel. I never noticed that. There's abilities that do that, both casts and on trait, but none of them are specifically under the condition of extra turn. Or they do it for themselves, but not for the entire team. It's going to be an interesting mythic if they ever added that to something useful. The biggest issue with Voice of Orpheus is even though it can cleanse every yellow entire team, the troop itself isn't that good. Yeah, she blesses 1 on 4 times, 5 times. She doesn't do the entire team, though. I was referring to things that 4 times it. Yeah, 4 times Curse would be insanely useful. Probably so much so that they would never add it to the game. It'd be a very strong mechanic. Similarly, 4 times Bless would as well. Rowan team is faster if you sub out Leprechaun. I don't know, from my experience, this team is quicker by about 10 seconds per battle on average. Assuming loading screens don't want to take forever. There we go. Also, we're gaining a level today. I mentioned that earlier. We are not stopping this stream until we gain that level. That is 100% happening. It is so very close. Yeah, and he'd be dead. Oh, so we have so many lavas. We still don't have enough more lavas than lights, but we definitely have a lot. Yeah, generally with this team, if you have to run it with anything that isn't exactly this, you'd probably get a similar speed by running Urskea, or sorry, not Urskea, by running Urskea Shield, Rowan, Leprechaun, and one other option. Either a Mirage Queen or a gold option or whatever the Glory Troop thing is for the week, or in this case Soul Troop. Running it with one of those would be probably your better option, because you get more gold from it while also having a similar speed win. Like if you had to replace out, for example, Uriali with Web Spinner or Shadow Dragon, it'd still work, but it comes out to almost the same speed that Rowan would come out to anyways if you did it that way. Set tight guard feels fast. What? Set tight guard into Rowan? I guess that could work. Your armor buff with like Urskea Shield, then Set tight Warrior, then Rowan. Takes a little bit of mana to get all that rolling though. Is that enough to actually cycle once? I feel like that's not enough damage. Does that actually kill? Does Urskea Shield plus Setite plus Rowan cast actually kill? I feel like that's not enough damage. But if that's actually enough damage, that would be pretty quick. Because you could probably consistently do that in 35 seconds. Oh, okay, 2 shields. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll slow it down some. But if that actually one cycle, that would actually be comparable to the speed that we're doing right now. But if you had to cast it twice, it's going to take at least 40 seconds, if not longer, 40, 45. Because you would have to Leprechaun, then Shield, then Leprechaun, then Shield, then Setite, then Rowan. Do I know when Salty's gonna stream again? I have no clue. I think she got sick or something the other day. And I have no clue when her next stream is. I know she normally streams tomorrow night. Oh wait, never mind. She normally streams tonight. Never mind. Today's Wednesday. But I think it was Tuesday all of a sudden. But yeah, she normally streams tonight in like 45 minutes. Not sure if she still is. It's probably posted on social media if it does, if she does. But if not, probably next Monday, I guess. Or even then it might not be because that's up near the holidays. Oh no, does Australia celebrate Christmas? When is next Monday? No, never mind. Monday's not even Christmas Eve. Tuesday is Christmas Eve. Oh, so we will still be streaming on Christmas Eve and Christmas, by the way. Everything I'm doing related to those days I'll be doing at times that isn't going to interfere with the stream. However, I am leaving starting the night of the 27th and won't be back until the 6th. As far as Christmas and Christmas Eve, we will still actually have a normal schedule. We're pretty much normal schedule all the way until that Thursday night. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to fit in that Friday stream. I kind of want to because it'll be the last stream we do. But not 100% certain on it yet. Just because there's a lot of things I need to wrap up before the end of that day. So next week's Thursday might be the last stream we do for like 2 weeks. Not tomorrow Thursday, but next week's Thursday. Is Magnus the only troop that poisons all? Wait, what do you mean by Magnus? Or Yali can. There's Poison Master for double. There's Web Spinner for 4 times on cast. There's Shadow Dragon for 4 times on cast. Which are the main 2 that you would end up using as replacements. And that's pretty much it. Like, there's none that really do a lot very quickly other than Web Spinner, Poison Master, Web Spinner, Shadow Dragon, and Yali. Poison Master can because it can cycle a bit with its explosions, but still a bit slower. And there's a few other poison options too, but something like a Magnus, for example, ends his turn. And while he can technically do it, it wastes time because you have to end your turn. Whereas Web Spinner and Shadow Dragon, while they might end your turn, they have extra turn potential. Not to mention in the case of Shadow Dragon, you can actually feed purple into your Scorpius. The only problem with Shadow Dragon instead of Web Spinner is Scorpius completely blocks your Shadow Dragon. Whereas if you had Web Spinner, he would not block at all. So I'd normally advise using Web Spinner with it. However, Shadow Dragon can technically work as well. Should you craft Yali or save for Tina, 9000, Aquaticus, or Megavore? You have 1 Scorpius. I don't know. If you're planning on doing a lot of Explorer and feel like you'll get value out of it, I would probably say go for your Yali. Yali doesn't really have too much use outside of this team, though, for the most part. But if you plan on using this team a lot to go farm Explorer like crazy, like we've been, it's probably worth considering. If you're planning on using dozens upon dozens of hours at farming metals. Because to my understanding, this is still the quickest team in the entire game for farming metals overall. Definitely for farming gold and stuff within Explorer context. Some of the 20% chase teams can, I think, get similar rates to this. But from the ones that can just stand still in one single kingdom, which gives you more gold and more everything, end up being out a little bit better. Since you don't have to constantly keep going through other screens, which slows down your rate of gold and other resources. Yeah, some people use Web Spinner instead. It's ever so slightly slower with Web Spinner. However, it doesn't make it You don't have to cost a mythic, so you don't have to waste 4,000 diamonds. I don't feel like I really use Aquaticus or what was the other one you mentioned? Let's see, what was the other thing? Aquaticus, Megavore, and Tina. I don't really feel like I use many of them these days. Megavore ever so occasionally. Tina I sometimes bring out if we need it for its 50% spell reduction, particularly on Guild War weeks. And Aquaticus, I do like its damage output. Of those four, it's probably the most viable. And Megavore, you mostly just use for its armor tier or occasionally its instant kill. Well, mostly its armor tier. What's a good Aquaticus team? I actually did not remember one off the top of my head. You normally just build it with a bunch of mana accumulations. And oddly enough, you can even build it with Infernus. And do a double mana accumulation Infernus Aquaticus team. Or sorry, Aquaticus Infernus. You want to put the Aquaticus in front of your Infernus. I believe it was something Jarvise Aquaticus Infernus, I believe, is one of the teams that end up running with it. You just use a frontline tank. Potentially a Gorgoltha or something. You're using Web Spinner and you don't feel like you need a Reale? That's good then. Ooh, Token of Mana. We definitely need more of those. We're getting so close to finally getting Yalgwei maxed. Would I mind posting this Explorer team? Sure. Let me go do it. Well, actually, let me finish this battle and then I can go do it. Let me go open up a thing too because I don't have the thing open on this screen. So let me go get this open. Let's see. Where is my stream? So I can go post into it. YouTube. I'm looking for Creator Studio Classic because it keeps bringing me to the default other thing, which is annoying. The old format is much better. There we go. Okay, and let's play out this battle and then I'll go paste you to team. Get her double. Which I could have just went to one of my other videos too and just pasted it from there. Oh well. We already did it this way, so might as well. Okay, so battle, edit, manage, copy team. I almost clicked paste. I hate when I do that. And here you go. Here is the team that we're using right now. Boom. If you want to go use it yourself, if you already have the components. Highly advised. Ah, there you go. Okay, where will we? Continue. What banner do you use with a Rowan team? Depends on your full team. Normally a +2 green, +1 blue though, with a -1 yellow. I believe the banner is -1 yellow. A double green blue or double blue green. Normally double green blue. But it depends what your storm is, if you're using one. Off a hero or something on your team. It's normally advised to go a little bit heavier into green just so Leprechaun gets a little bit more green. Assuming you're using a Leprechaun variant. I'll take that over. Get our other mount. Oh, are you really 1 mana short? I should just grab the other thing the previous turn. Oh well. Mountain Crusher, Web Spinner, Scorpius, Leprechaun? Yes. That's what you would end up running it as if you were running without without a Reale. That is correct. Using the new Frozen banner because you run Golden Cog on Core 0, that works too. Yeah, Golden Cog's an interesting weapon. It doubles the amount of armor on a troop, which obviously in Rowan's case can be very, very useful. Most people opt for Urskea Shield just because in many situations when you're upscaling, Urskea Shield is actually better overall. But there are some situations where Golden Cog works out better. either depending on coloration or just because it just works better, because a double would work better than how much a Urskea shield would give. But more often than not, if you're fighting higher level content, Urskea shield's actually better valued than Cog. That's why you see me almost never touching Cog these days, or pretty much never. I don't think I've used it like at all this year. Just because Urskea shield's better than it in almost every situation. Yeah, Urskea shield has barrier on cast, which can help keep protected. It's also just tankier in general if you're going to have your hero in first slot specifically, compared to that of Cog. Hey, he be dead. Anything good in the chest? Actually, I shouldn't say no. Double Arachne is not bad. Still no Anus, though. We've gotten 0 Anus since we finished Anus. It's very unfortunate. Why am I yawning all of a sudden? Yeah, let's get a mountain going. What 4th troop do you use to get brown mana for the shield? In what team? Rowan team? You use Urskea shield, Rowan, Leprechaun, and the 4th is can vary heavily depending on what you want to do. You can use either Mirage Queen if you're looking for overall speed. You can use Greed if you're looking to get a little bit more gold. You can use whatever the glory troop is, or whatever the event troop is for the week in order to get whatever the extra resource is. In this case, it's souls and not that worth it. But sometimes it's a better resource than that, like 400 extra gold, in which case it is worth it. But you can put pretty much anything there. It depends which way you want to go. Yeah, you can also use an empowered option to feed mana immediately. Or even a second Leprechaun. Even put Queen Aurora there if you want to or something. The options are very wide open. No one thing specifically has to be there. I think I normally run it with Mirage Queen though, personally. Because I find it to have one of the quicker speeds. Due to its half mana start. It basically allows Leprechaun to give full mana on first cast. And Power would work out pretty well. You just need to make sure you check for alignment and be quick at it. Because the only problem with checking for alignment is it can sometimes be time consuming. And even taking 3 seconds to do so is relatively high amount of time when you're talking about something like Explore. When the battle duration takes like 15 seconds. This is one of the reasons why Explosion is actually so good as well. Explosion, you don't need to actually worry about placing or double checking if it'll work. Because you just simply do it. Every single board is a board that you would do it on. Let's cast. There we go. One down. Get our other one going. And I'm actually going to go Leprechaun there just because that should be enough mana to go all the way, and he's dead. And it goes for the double cast. Oh, so if anyone didn't claim it earlier, here's the code. It might already be used up by now. But just in case, there you guys go. So Salty still hasn't given me enough codes, or more codes yet, but we still have enough till Monday. So we should be fine as long as she gives it by Sunday or Monday. Also, don't forget, tomorrow's Warden Hero class. And while quite a few hero classes aren't necessarily that good, Warden is pretty good with Truffle and everything. You get Dispel at 70, which works really, really well with Truffle, with its Green Storm that you have on class, plus the Entangle. It's a great option to consider if you like running Truffle teams. I wouldn't go too overboard with it, but the event is available tomorrow. I personally won't really be touching it since we already have Warden maxed, obviously. Yep, and there's our Discord posted by Isabel. If you guys want to join in. Ah, the code's already dead. Unfortunate. RIP. Yeah, they get spread so quickly. They have a few hundred claims, but even though we don't have that many viewers, they get spread so hard through Discord and other similar locations, through the game, through guild chats and all that, that they die within like 5-10 minutes. Yep, I forgot to take extra turn first. Oh no! It escaped! Though it was a mech gnome, so I guess that escaping wasn't necessarily a bad thing, because mech gnome slows us down a lot with this team. But still, that could have been 12 epic ingots or something. But at least we get a bunch through our guild now. I think they give 17 a week or something. Epic ingots now through the guild tasks, so that's pretty cool. I think it was originally supposed to be 26, but then they lowered it to 17. I forget exactly what its final value was at. I know it's some amount from like 17 to 26 or so. Okay, get our double kill there. Get our explodey. And then we can mount into what should be full mana. And then we just kill him out very easily. You're level 1070 and you haven't found a forest troll yet, or for the truffle team. That is a little bit unfortunate. However, did you find sea turtle? Sea turtle is not as great as truffle. However, until you find a forest troll, it would be a okay alternative. I believe they're both the same rarity, so it doesn't always happen. But it is possible that you find sea turtle prior to forest guardian. It's not as good as forest guardian, but it would serve a similar function. And for the time being, it would be fine and workable. So do double check. Because until you get forest troll, it's pretty much the same thing, just slightly weaker. You also can't half mana start it with Mirage Queen. Nor with Titan Hero class if you're going down that route rather than using Warden. It took my Nintendo Switch account forever to get Queen of Tanya. Actually, I'm not even sure if it still even has Queen of Tanya to this day. It had at one point 1/3 the mythics in the game, yet did not have Queen of Tanya yet. It took forever for it to get Queen of Tanya for whatever reason. Just run 2 Mountain Crushers, Gob Truffle with a Leprechaun. Yeah, that would work too. That would work too. Just run a double explosion. If in doubt, run Mountain Crusher or Leprechaun with literally any 2 damage sources. That has been such a solid combo for over a year now. Leprechaun came last year's December. So hey, Leprechaun's been in the game for a year now. But yeah, Leprechaun has been meta the entire time he's been out. There's not been a single point in which he has not been meta. And Mountain Crusher plus Leprechaun's one of the best combos in the game from a mana accumulation perspective. Not to mention it's pretty tanky. Leprechaun gains pure stats from leveling, or from getting its medals and everything up. And Mountain Crusher you can set to any class, and in this case Titan, which makes it very tanky. Yeah, Queen of Tanya is a really annoying troop to be missing. It's because it's one of the best cast-oriented troops in the game for assisting other cast-oriented troops. Because if you consider the overall amount of damage she ends up assisting you with, she has one of the highest damage outputs in the entire game, assuming your team is cast-oriented. It's only particularly good if you're up against similar leveled content, though. Higher level content, you mostly want to use Devour, Instant Kill, and other similar mechanics. Or for things that are around your stats, Fairy Fire is one of the strongest mechanics in the game. Oops, I thought that was extra turn, but I didn't see the red there. That just ruined the thing. But oh well. Scorpius down. Hopefully get some good tokens. Maybe enough Anus to finally get Yagway maxed. I ideally would want to do that before this Friday, if we can. I feel like we'd be able to, but we'll see. Oh, so we already passed the level. We like blew past that. I didn't realize we'd get it that quick. I didn't even really mention much about it when we hit it. But finally got our first level past 1,500. Now just to get 499 more and we'll be done with hero class leveling for the most part. Because then we don't gain any benefit from it from there forth after that point. Also, I need to look into getting a better chair. I really need to look into getting a better chair eventually. I've been using the same chair here for like 4 years and it's a horrible chair. The only real beneficial thing about it is it has such a low back to it that it doesn't block the green screen at all. So it doesn't even like look like I'm sitting in a chair. Because right now it just like, it's like I'm just, you know, sitting against nothing. Like I can move and you won't see anything. Actually, you can kind of see it, but I normally put a yellow shirt over it. I didn't this time. But I could easily just put a yellow or green shirt over it and it completely makes the chair invisible. So the little bit that you would see, you wouldn't even see. Oh, I forget what sea turtle is even called. It's not called sea turtle. I think it's called like battle turtle or something. Sea turtle wasn't its name. I'll go double check. I actually forget what it's called. I know it's something turtle. If you type in turtle, it would probably bring it up. And click on unowned, or just click show all, I mean. And you'll see if it's owned or unowned. Yeah, I don't think its name is actually sea turtle. I just call it sea turtle. Oops, let me take my tribute first. Yeah, turtle cannon, yeah. I know it had turtle in its name. Just forget its full name. Yeah, turtle cannon. That's called sea turtle. But, yeah, the turtle cannon is what I was referring to. It explodes a gem and then creates 4 green boosted by skulls destroyed. So it's basically a brown, blue, green mana generator, which is similar to what Forest Troll is. It even has skull reduction, similar to how Forest Troll does. The biggest issue is it doesn't have Entangle on skull and instead has burning on skull. And the other issue is its typing is not as good as Forest Troll. It also doesn't get as many greens onto the board, but still does a similar amount. Yeah, it'll work as a Forest Troll alternative. Though Forest Troll is definitely better once you can finally get it. What do we need? Take that over. Grab the last little bit of mana of theirs. Yep, no problem. And a little bit of everything. And we got a Medal of Arachne out of it. Nice. If anyone still has any other questions, do let me know. These will probably wrap up after this last chest. Hopefully get something good out of it. Then probably call it a night. Then we'll be back for tomorrow's Guild War tomorrow night, an hour prior to now tomorrow. As well as messing around with the class, possibly. If nothing else, at least using Warden Hero class some. Because it is a class I would normally say is bad. But it has this just such good synergy with Truffle. And if you haven't gotten to 70 yet, I would consider leveling it some. Not the greatest class in the game, but it's mostly makes Truffle really, really viable. Also, they're going to be revamping hero classes sometime early next year. And Warden is one of the ones that is guaranteed 100% getting buffed. And this is probably the last class event prior to it getting buffed, so do be wary of that too. We should probably make mention of that tomorrow. But just as a reminder, hero classes are likely being buffed early next year, or changed in some way. And it is 100% confirmed that when they make changes to hero classes, that Warden will be buffed, probably with a better final trait and whatever else they do with it. And this is probably the last Warden event, the last Warden class event prior to her getting buffed, or prior to it getting buffed. So do be wary of that. Now, of course, you could always farm them manually whenever, just by grinding out Explore or just using a bunch of battles with them. Though most people who have Warden and later on in the game who might have a lot of spare gems to actually do the class event probably already have it maxed. So it might be a little bit more uncontested, I feel like, this event. Buffed. I know, right? Buffed. No, it should be an actual buff. They can't really give it something worse than 5 starting armor at start of turn. Or I mean at start of battle. It's not even every single turn, it's just start of battle. Like, they can't make it worse than that. Probably. Oh, they'll manage. They'll find a way. They'll find a way. You just got Warden and Shaman passively to 70. Nice. With Gob Truffle team without you ever knowing it. Very, very nice. I've had that happen with some teams. Like, you end up using a team for a while. You end up using a hero class that kind of works with it. And then out of nowhere, it just gains like dozens of levels. And then you look back, it's like, oh, it's already almost maxed. I feel like that's been happening with Slayer class. Like, I barely leveled it at all, and now we've passively gotten it to almost 60. Or, or something like that. But there we go. Unfortunately, nothing really too good out of medals today. Guess we did get 1 Anu. And that means we now need 5 Anus until we can go upgrade Yalgwe. Not sure if I'll have that by Friday, but that would be pretty cool if we could. But not too big a deal if we don't. But anyways, guys, that'll wrap it up for now. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Feel free to leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed. We'll be back, as I mentioned, an hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we are every night. And, yeah, we'll be streaming for about another week until we'll be taking about 2 weeks off. But we'll still be streaming until next week's Thursday. Is probably going to be our last stream or so. What class do you run with Scorpius team? Normally Titan, so it can tank. However, you could put whatever you want in first class and kind of level it in first slot and use it to level it some. However, the only big issue is they do hit pretty hard on skulls. And if you're not using anything that has some kind of protection, like barrier on brown or something similar, you're probably going to take a lot of damage. I personally already leveled up everything to max, everything that has barrier on brown. However, the next alternative, if you already have Titan maxed, and you don't want to use Titan and you want to actually level a class, would be any hero class that has barrier on brown. Because then you'd be able to level that while also being able to go and still be able to stay alive. Because the biggest issue with their Skea is they do have Enrage, and they can 2-hit you in that kingdom, possibly even 1-hit depending on what your stats are. So you do have to be careful, and it's the reason why I run Titan there. The other reason is for Brownstorm. Brownstorm is very important, so that Leprechaun ends up making it so it has mana coming down. Also, of course, Titan has 50% mana start, which is obviously relevant as well. Any hero class with it is decent, just in having that little bit extra mana start. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday, and I'll catch all of you later. Goodbye, everyone.